Are you wondering if you should buy more Bitcoin right now or wait? This video is going to be exactly what you need because Bitcoin has just formed a rare butterfly of death pattern. In today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly what you should be doing right now to prepare. And on top of that, we're going to cover up to the second information on the legendary HV and NVT combination. And last but not least, we have two brand new charts that we've never shown before that you're going to absolutely love. Welcome in if you're new here. My name is Steve, founder and CEO of Cryptocr University.com. This is going to be your new favorite channel where you come to have more success in crypto. Hit that subscribe button right now, hit that bell, and everybody hit that thumbs up button. This is a bonus video. We normally do videos every single Wednesday. Today is Friday. Happy Black Friday. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, but I wanted to come with you with another brand new video for you to learn, and we've got to jump in straight away to this butterfly of death pattern. We showed it to you on our previous video as a little teaser, but we're going to jump into some more specifics, and you're going to learn a lot about this pattern, and you're going to be able to tell your friends all about this pattern. Now, the butterfly of death. The butterfly of death is a harmonics pattern, okay? With the harmonics pattern, there are basically two types. There's the external and there's the internal. The butterfly is the external type of pattern for the harmonics category. Now that we understand there's harmonics, there's internal, there's external, this is a butterfly. There are two types of butterflies, okay? There's a bullish butterfly and a bearish butterfly. And your first question may be, well, Steve, which one is this? Because we can clearly see it's a butterfly, right? You can see wing number 1 here and wing number 2 here. And by the way, this formation didn't start last week or last month or a couple months ago or maybe last year. This formation started at the top, our 20K top. It started in December 2017. It started 3 years ago, essentially, right? This is a very large pattern, a relatively rare pattern, but it's quite powerful, so we need to cover it in detail. And the first question becomes, okay, I get it, it's a butterfly, I see the wings. Is it bullish or bearish? Well, there's two ways, well, there's one easy way to tell, but let me tell you the basic way, right? If you see the pattern forming an M, right? An M like this, that's a bullish pattern, okay? Where you have your X start here and then A, B, C, D, right? Or you see a W, right? You see a move down, you see a move back up, and you see another move down, and then you see a move come up like this. And you form a W. This would be a bearish pattern. Are you with me so far? Everything's making sense? Well, what do we see here? Well, we see a move down, we see a move up, we see a move back down, and we see a move up here, forming a W. This is a bearish pattern, okay? We're gonna get into a lot more specifics about this pattern, including what happens here. What do we think is going to happen here with this pattern? There are a lot of technicals to get to with harmonics and specifically the butterfly. We're going to cover them in detail, and I'm going to show you a demo of how to draw this because this is not technically the correct way to draw it. We're going to get into it, and you're going to learn how to do it. But first, I wanted to start with something more powerful, more impactful to your life and your trading. Because I have what could very well be your golden ticket heading in to this new year. We have just launched all new redesigned courses, game-changing courses with an indicator. This indicator has trade alerts. It is game-changing. We have very limited seats because there is a massive 70% off. But these seats are filling up incredibly quickly. I want to help you head into the new year on the right track. I want to help you in 2021 dominate your trades. I want to help you in 2021 start to earn back those losses. I want to help you in 2021 feel the joy of winning. You've been wanting to sign up, and let me tell you, this is your golden ticket heading into 2021. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Go sign up right now before it's too late. The seats are filled up and the prices increase. So how do you sign up to this game-changing courses? You're going to go to CryptocrUniversity.com. People have been flocking to the site, but the seats are filling up very rapidly. CryptocrUniversity.com, link is down in the description. I'll pop it up right here as well. Once you get there, you're basically choosing between two options, the gold and the diamond. The gold is best if you've been in crypto between 1 and 5 years. If that's you, you're going to get the gold. If you want to start right at step 1, right from the beginning, and you're really new to crypto, you want to unlock all the courses, that's the diamond. That's the diamond. If you want to read more about anything, you click on one of these check boxes, it'll pop up with information. As soon as you click sign up, what you're going to go do right now before it's too late, you're going to be brought to this page if there are seats available. This is the indicator. This is game changer. You're going to add this to your cart and it's going to take you right to checkout, and you're going to unlock all the content right now. And I'm going to be there every step of the way. It's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. I'll see you on the inside. Now, we talked about we have a couple new charts to get to, and this is one of them. You're really going to like this, and I want to start off by saying, look, Bitcoin, and we can even explain it from this chart. Back to our butterfly of death. Bitcoin has just recently fallen from the near all-time high, and it has fallen thousands of dollars. What I want you to do is take a deep breath and don't follow the herd. This thousands of Bitcoin has fallen thousands of dollars. It's basically headlines around the world, and it's laughable. It's only like a 10% drop, right? If Bitcoin was back here, right, at about $6,000-ish and then fell thousands of dollars, well, that would be significant because it would be like a 50% drop. This is a 10% drop. I want you to take a deep breath. We did not break trend. To be clear, we've been on an uptrend since March 2020, basically all through the pandemic, okay? We've been on an uptrend. That's not broken. That's not broken. So don't follow the herd. Bitcoin does 10% in its sleep any day of the week, any day of the year. This is normal. This is par for the course. Stay level-headed. We were very overextended. If anything, this is very healthy. But the question remains, well, has it just begun, or is this going to be something that we're going to bounce back from? And this chart will help us understand that, okay? This chart's going to break down, we're going to break it down into 3 categories, but we're going to start with price action. Price action is king. What I'm doing here is illustrating when Bitcoin has first headed into the territory of all-time high, right? And we'll just go step by step here. Back here in 2011 was our all-time high. And it took us a couple years, but we battled back, and in 2013 in February was our first time coming up to that level. And we want to understand what happened when we came up near that all-time high level, because that's where Bitcoin is at right now, right? That's where Bitcoin is at right now, near that all-time high. And in order to properly understand what's going to happen now, we've got to look left. We have to look at only the facts in the charts, not our emotional opinion. Of course, my emotional opinion is I think Bitcoin is going to go to the moon. It's going to be $1 million in the next 5 seconds. That's my emotional opinion, but that's not logic. That's not reason. That's not based on facts, which in this channel, we base everything based on the facts. So it took us about 1 month. We had 1 month of really hanging out around that all-time high before the following month we plowed through and we were off to the races, okay? Second choice, we had an all-time high November 2013, right? It took us quite a while, but we finally battled back a couple years later. In 2016, we had our first kind of conflict with this all-time high. And then the next month was an indecision candle again. You can see it here. And we basically hung out 3, 4, 5 months around this area, right? 3, 4 on the 5th was kind of like we sort of broke through that territory. Okay, so the first time we encountered the all-time high, we hung out there for about a month. The second time, it was a handful of months. It took time, right? We always talked about, even 1, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, we talked about the bull run will happen in 2 stages. Very, very simply, I want you to think about this in 2 stages, right? Stage number 1 is kind of a slower grind up to that all-time high. Okay, can you see this kind of incline here, right? This is a slow grind up to that all-time high. Once we pass an all-time high, it's like rocket ship status. How do we know that? We look left and we look at the facts in the charts, right? Let's take a look here. I want you just to take a look at the facts, okay? We had a slow grind here up to that all-time high, and then it was basically rocket ship status, okay? And then when we look at 2015, we had a slow grind up to that all-time high. Month after month after month, slow grind up to that all-time high. And then what did we do? Rocket ship. The rocket ship part is quick relative to stage 1, okay? This is how it will happen. Look at what's happened here. We've had a slow grind, months and months and months, years to get to this point we are at right now. It's a slow grind. Once we get through the all-time high, because that's the only thing holding resistance down, like the reverse magnet, propelling us down. And back here, it took 4 months for us to get through that level. So we're at month 1. Okay, we need to keep level-headed. Now, once we understand that, I feel like you've just taken a deep breath and you're starting to understand things a little bit clearer. Let's look at a couple more facts so you get some more context for where we are at right now. Last time in 2013, when we first entered that territory of getting through that all-time high, we had the RSI, again, on the monthly, a monthly RSI hanging out, you know, just around the 80-ish level, okay? Very strong, very, very strong. And then obviously we went through and we were off to the races. But at that moment, we're looking at the moment of reaching just about the all-time high, what were we doing? The stochastic RSI was well above 80, very bullish, and it had been bullish for quite some time and remained bullish afterwards. How about the most recent one? The most recent one back in 2016 into 2017, we were holding that for several months, and we were, again, right around the same area, just below the 80-ish level on the monthly RSI. And we were pretty much at the same exact area on the stochastic RSI, holding very bullish above the 80. Okay, and we remained above the 80 well before this happened and well after this happened, again, for our rocket ship explosion, okay? So where are we at right now relative to those 2 points? Well, the monthly RSI is hanging out at about 72, okay? We were about 76, 77, 78 when that happened before. Okay. Now the stochastic RSI just peeked its head above the 80 for a traditional bull market, for that rocket ship in the remaining part to get above that 20K. We want to see this monthly RSI, the monthly stochastic RSI, stay above this 80. Mark that down. If we see the monthly stochastic RSI plunge down into the 60s, or even the mid 60s, we're in trouble. Why? Because when you look left, we never did that. We're in this territory now of we want to stay above here. Can we come down and touch this 80 and bounce back up? Absolutely. Can we just peek our head through here for a second? Sure. But can we go down here into the 60s and mid 60s? No, no, no. That means we're in trouble. So what do we want to see? We want to continue above this 80 level. We want to see this monthly RSI come up and try to battle this level that we have here. This is about 86. And it's going to take potentially a little bit of time to get above this 20K level. It's not something that we can snap the finger and get above. We've never done it before. Anytime in previous history, it's taken a little bit of time to get above that. Now we're going to walk into another chart that I've flashed you before, but we haven't talked about in detail, and this will also help put things in perspective, keep you level-headed. This is what we do on this channel. We keep you level-headed and prepare simple, clean, elegant charts so that you can learn. Hit that subscribe button, join the movement. I've got to say, our community is on fire. On fire. So welcome if you're relatively new, and shout out to everybody that's following for years. Take a look at this. This is a study of the previous all-time high back in November 2013, right? Up to that first point. You can see it took 161 bars, or these are weekly bars, or 1,127 days. The reason I bring that up is we have just repeated history. So we have to ask ourselves, okay, it's been 1,127 days to get to this point here. What happened last time? What happened last time? And then we can potentially know what's going to happen this time. So if we zoom in here, and again on the weekly chart, we were on the monthly chart just a moment ago, so this will add a little more context. We're on the weekly chart, and we first ran up into this area in January 2017, right? Almost where we're at right now. And then we had a nice, healthy pullback. It looks like a tiny little pullback from this angle, but it was actually just under 40%, okay? It looks tiny, right? But it's just under 40%. Now, when we go here to today, we can say, okay, if we repeat that history and we battle up into this area almost in January and then have this pullback, where would it bring us, right? A pullback of that magnitude, where would it bring us? It would bring us to this level here that's quite powerful, that 12K-ish level. Now, would it be ridiculously historic if Bitcoin fell down to that level? No. There's one moving average that I would have you watch that we shouted out in the last week's video that we'll talk about today too. But look, what it did last time when it came up into this level is bounce down. Why is that important? Because it's the exact setup that we have today. What does this mean? It means over the next couple weeks, we could have a nice little pullback. People could freak out. It's much needed. It's a very healthy pullback. It would be much needed for the future of Bitcoin. And then we battle back up into that area potentially around January-ish, towards the end of the new year, or towards the new year. And then we have a slight pullback here, potentially into the 15K area, and then we plow through. If we repeat the exact history of before. If you want to know what the rocket ship looks like, and this is move for move, pound for pound, we'll get into it in future videos, potentially in our video on Wednesday. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. We've just covered the first kind of wave, move 1, move 2, move 3, and we will discuss these other moves and the dates associated and the prices associated if we were to repeat pound for pound, move for move, because it's quite eerily similar that it's 161 bars to get to this point here. It's very eerily similar. So that's a very interesting study. More on that to come. I want to get to this fear and greed index. So we've been talking about extreme greed is not a time to take a long position. It's really a time to start being fearful, really and honestly. I want you to really train your brain to try to buy in this area, and then in the dark green, really train your brain to sell. It's very difficult to do because emotion is a money killer, plain and simple. That will always hold true in trading. Now, let's get to the trend. When we're looking at our trend, we've had a phenomenal trend in the fear and greed index for quite a while, back to our days of talking about that 37-ish area. There's one thing I don't like, which we just did, is we went down to this 86. Why is that important? Well, for this healthiness of the trend, we've been continually making higher lows, and we've had this beautiful market structure, which technically is at 82, but then we really held it at 86. Time and time again at 86, 86, 86, 86. And then we went up to 88, and then we just potentially have the very, very, very early warning sign that we're trying to reverse trend. It's very, very early. We need to see how this develops. The one thing I want you to watch is this 86 level. I want you to watch that because it's a very strong market structure. And if we fall below that, we could be in the making of a very large trend reversal because this trend has been quite some time. It's very strong. Now, onto this chart. This is a phenomenal chart. What I want you to is listen closely. Listen closely. A lot of you want to buy at market tops, sell at market bottoms. It's really fancy. It's incredibly difficult to do unless you had this indicator. This indicator sold at the market top, the 20,000. Actually, there was one candle off. This indicator is my custom designed indicator. That's why my students have been flocking to sign up, because once you sign up to the courses, you can sign up to this. And I'll get into the settings in 1 second. But this didn't sell right at the 20K. It sold one candle before that. My apologies. Sold one candle before. It bought right at the market bottom, and then it's just sold. Again, if you want the big picture, this will give you the big picture. Luckily for you, you can put this on any time frame. This is on the 3-day chart. And this excludes the good buys and the good sells. So we've got beautiful settings here. This has just the great and incredible sells, and we turned the good off. And we're looking at the big picture, and this is when you really want to buy Bitcoin, heavy loads of Bitcoin, and this is when you really want to take some beautiful profits. So again, this is on the 3-day. You can put this on any time frame. The 4-hour, you can put it on the 1 week. You can do whatever you want on the gold, silver, it doesn't matter. But this indicator dominates, flat out dominates. Look at it, it dominates. Go sign up, limited seats available. Our redesigned courses are on fire, but the seats are, I've got to be honest, the seats are filling up fast, very fast. So don't wait any longer. You're going to miss out, and the seats will be filled up. It'll be too late, and prices will increase. So go to CryptocrUniversity.com, go scoop up the redesigned courses, go sign up for the diamond or the gold. Diamond, if you're really new and want to start right at step 1, unlike all the courses here. If you've been in crypto 1 to 5 years and you can skip the beginner, you get the gold. Okay, once you sign up, then you're going to be brought to go get that indicator. So game changing, limited seats because they're 70% off. So don't miss out. This is what you've been wanting. This is your golden ticket heading into the new year. I can't wait to see you on the inside. I know you are excited. Now, for the legendary NVT and HV, what I would say is there is a misconception here. What I want to make clear is price action is king, okay? Price action is king. Price action tells the indicators, based on a mathematical formula, what to do. The indicators don't lead price action. Price action leads the indicators. Indicators are lagging. That's one thing I want to make clear, because everyone's like, oh my God, what do I do? It's crazy. Bitcoin has dropped a couple $1,000s. Take a breath. Everything's fine. But what I will say is this. I just want to make it clear that indicators are lagging, okay? Price action is king. It's not possible to have an indicator tell us something before price action does it, okay? So what does that mean? Well, this candle closes in 2 days. Just be patient. Wait for this candle to close. Then we'll have a very clear understanding. If this turns white, all right, indicators are lagging. A lot of times that potentially in 2 days from now, this could turn white and then turn this part white as well. based on this mathematical formula. So just be patient, take a breath. This is a weekly chart. This is not a 4-hour chart where we're getting information every 4 hours. This is a weekly chart. Just be patient. So what does it tell us right now? I mean, it's still red. It's still red, but we need to be patient. The HV has peeked its head through there. We know that we're on the verge of something big. We know that this couple $1,000 drop is nothing compared to the move that is coming, either to the upside or the downside, further downside. So just be ready, continue to watch this specifically around the time of this closing bar. That's when we're going to have a lot more information, and then we'll have a lot more clarity on the move, okay? So I hope that clears it up. I feel like you've gained a lot of insight, and again, staying level-headed. Hit that subscribe button. We'll keep you up to date. This is the hot topic. Now, I just want to keep you up to date on this as well, because again, we've got a lot going on. We've got the butterfly of death. We have information going into this all-time high and what's happened in past moves, and understanding we need to keep above this monthly stochastic RSI. We're talking about this, and then we're going into this move and saying, okay, we could have a little pullback like we did here, 1,127 days. I get all that. I get that we're in extreme greed, so we still need another cool down. We could have this 86 level start a bigger trend reversal. We understand that, this dominates. We understand that the HV, NVT, we have a major move coming. With all of that said, we are still going to have a buy signal with the hash ribbons within the next 1 to 2 weeks. So with all of that, this is still saying, hey, this is a pretty good time to buy in the big picture, okay? This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but I want you to get a full spectrum, because there could be a lot of emotion tied in there and things that you hope will happen or you're wishing will happen, but just avoid all of that and look at the facts. So we will keep you up to date on this. We pointed out the red area and really made it clear in the last video, and we will keep you up to date, especially on our next Wednesday video. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. This is the butterfly of death. So we talked about the bullish butterfly, the bearish butterfly. We talked about the harmonics. So now you're starting to understand this a little bit further, and we're going to go into more detail. We're going to draw it together. We're going to have a little demo, and you're going to learn a lot more about it. So we're going to go to a clean chart, right? This is how you're going to prepare this. You're going to go to your patterns, right? You see all this down the side here? You're going to go to the patterns. When you click on patterns, a lot's going on. This can be very overwhelming. Oh my God, Steve, what do I do with all of this? Don't worry about it. Just click on the first one, okay? Just click on the first one. We're doing the X, A, B, C, D. This is for the harmonics. This is for the butterfly, okay? So what I want you to do is visualize it first. So we have our handy dandy notes here, and we're on the butterfly, and we're looking. There's a bearish and there's a bullish. We're not the bullish. We knew that we drew a W, not an M. You see the M here, right? Starting at X, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an M. We're looking here at the bearish. Do you see the W? X always starts with the butterfly. X, boom, 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 boom. Do you see the W? We're the W, we're the bearish. We're not the M, we're not bullish. So with this, we're just going to follow this pattern and draw it onto our chart and understand what's happening with this pattern, right? So we already clicked on our X, A, B, C, D. So we're going to start right at the 20K top, right? All you're going to do is click your mouse here, and that will have your X. Now we're drawing our A. You see us drawing our A? We're going to bring our A right down to our low here. Once you get to that point, you're just going to click. Click once, and then you're going to start drawing the B. Notice how the wing starts to form as we're bringing our cursor up. I highly recommend pause this video and do it at home. This will be great learning for you. So we're bringing this up, and we're going to bring it to our high. Remember that 14K high where we had the the weekly candle of death that we called out, right? The gravestone doji. We're just going to click once here, and then we're going to bring down our C, okay? At the same time, we're bringing some mathematical formulas that are automatically calculating where we're at, and we'll get to those in a second. You can see some other mathematical formulas happening here, this 0.631. We'll get to that in a moment. For now, we're drawing our C down to this low here. Once you get there, you're going to click once. Now we're going to draw our cursor up to this top level here. As we do that, we're drawing our second wing to the butterfly. Our butterfly is coming to life. And we click. Now we're done. Now we're done. Now, there's a lot of folks that will argue that this is a textbook butterfly. This is a textbook harmonic butterfly. But we have to look at the facts, as we always do on this channel. It definitely looks like a butterfly. We formed a W, as we pointed out. We understand that in our notes here, we just need to draw a W, but there's a couple more moving pieces here that we'll get to. So the question remains, well, how powerful is this, and is it a textbook butterfly? As I mentioned, a lot of people will argue this is it. This is the butterfly. One key point, probably the biggest point that we'll talk about, is the D. Our D area here. On a traditional textbook butterfly, on a textbook bearish butterfly, this D would be higher than our X, meaning our X is here at 20K, right? We, traditionally, the D would be higher than X. And there's a mathematical formula for that as well, but we'll keep it pretty basic, right? Let's say, hypothetically, our D ended here. Hypothetically, given what we have now in price action. Is it a textbook harmonic butterfly? Let's look at some facts. So you can see from this X area to the A area, we want to look for this 0.78. This might be a little bit small, a little bit hard to see, but the 0.78. We want the 0.78 to be here from X to A, and plus or minus some small percentage points, we're just slightly out of that area, okay? Now, when we go to the next point, you can see that down here from A to C, we want to be in this ratio between 0.38 and 0.88, okay? So now we say, okay, from that A to C area, 0.38 to 0.88. We're just 0.93. It's like we're just out of range, okay? So there's a couple areas here that we're super close, which is why a lot of people would argue that this is a textbook. I would say that this is not a textbook, but it's something that we need to pay attention to. Specifically, we have got to pay attention to where this ends up, because this move is not technically finished, right? We would love to see the D higher than the X, and then we can look at our mathematical formula again, because if you took this and extended it, it changes the mathematical formula within our harmonic butterfly, okay? That may seem really complex, but luckily we kept it really clean and really simple, and now you have a much better understanding. So we will keep you up to date on this. This is a developing story, and we need to see what happens with our D, because we just got to this point. We've had a nice little pullback, but this move is not finished. This move is not finished. As we pointed out in the previous charts, it took us quite a while to get above that area, and when we did, we were off to the races. So we needed to keep our eye on this butterfly of death. Okay, so we covered a tremendous amount in this video. I'm going to get to Steve's secrets to success, which I've got to say it's a pretty legendary one. It's going to move the needle big time for you, so I'm excited to get there. I do want to say just real quick, this 70% off, this is your golden ticket. Whether you're a student or a non-student, there's going to be no opportunity like this again. The biggest sale we've ever had was 50% off, and that was last year on Black Friday. This is 70. We've never done anything even remotely close to this. That's why there's limited seats, but the seats are filling up significantly faster than I expected. This is not going to last long. Go right now to the website. Maybe they're not even there when you're there. Go to the website and get the courses before it's too late. Cryptocr University.com. Cryptocruniversity.com. Link is in the description. I'll put it up right there. Now, let's get into Steve's secrets to success. If you didn't leave a like on this video, do that right now, and follow, hit the bell, all that fun stuff. I want to get into Steve's secrets to success because we've got a good one. First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving. It's probably a little bit different than any other Thanksgiving you've ever had. Normally, you've got Thanksgiving, you get together with the big family, and now more than likely everybody's a little bit nervous to do that. For me personally, it's been about 8 years since I've celebrated Thanksgiving in my home country, but I've had a lot of memories in a lot of different countries during my Thanksgiving. So if you didn't celebrate, I hope you ate at least double of what you normally do. I'm hoping. Leave a comment down below. On our last video, I mentioned that if you're a student and made it in on time to the courses, that I had a surprise for you. I might have another surprise up my sleeve, something that is bigger than the one surprise that I had, that I think that one's pretty big. So I have something planned. We'll have more information to come. It's not confirmed yet, but I'm hoping, I'm pushing for it. And by the way, both of them are going to be completely free. I love to do a lot of things for my students, and if you're a student and made it in time to sign up, you will get some stuff potentially, fingers crossed, around Christmas time for free, and you're gonna love them beyond belief. So more to come on that. Oh, and I just want to mention again, it's not mandatory. If you're a current student, you're gonna have your old courses forever. No questions asked, no. And you have access to me forever, even if you don't sign up to the new stuff. I want to make that crystal clear. But these new courses are easily 10 times better. Easily 10 times better. So I do want to make that very clear. So, and then, yeah, no indicator by itself. A lot of people are like, Steve, please, 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 let me get the indicator by yourself. If we were in the business of let's just make a lot more money and who cares about people, okay, we would do that. But that's not the business we're in. We're in the business of education and helping people. Using the indicator without the proper education of how to use the indicator will be a little bit of a disaster. That's why the courses in the indicator is a match made in heaven. It's a match made in heaven, and it needs to remain that way. You've got to be educated to use the indicator correctly, and then you're off to the races. Okay, Steve's secrets to success. Woo, this is going to be a good one. I'm excited about this one. This one is, listen closely, this one is manifest the what. Don't manifest the how. Now let's break that down. What is manifesting? Manifesting will change your life. If you've never done it, your life will change. Mark my words. Manifesting, put simply, is just to envision, feel, and see as if something has already happened. Let's take a life goal. Maybe your life goal is financial freedom or millionaire, right? Those are probably the two biggest ones that you're thinking about, right? Millionaire or financial freedom, which could be going hand in hand, but one or the other, right? A lot of times when people manifest, they say in front of the mirror every day that I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire, I am financially free, I am financially free, I am financially free. The reason for that is this right here between the lines. This is the most powerful thing we have, and it's the most underutilized thing in planet Earth. Plain and simple. Nothing's even close. Once you learn how to use this, then you're off to the races. A lot of people are like, Steve, the strategy is everything. If you give me a trading strategy, that will solve all my problems. No, right between the lines is. That's why we cover it in our courses with a lot of steps as well to help you achieve significantly more success than you thought was possible. But it starts right here. So manifesting, now you understand manifesting, manifest the what, not the how. So let's take it down into a simple explanation. You want to be a millionaire, hypothetically, right? So if your thing is, I want to be a millionaire, so you manifest, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire. When you wake up, you look in the mirror, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire. You say it throughout the day, say it before bed, and before you know it, it's going to happen. It will happen. Where people fall into a trap is they try to manifest the how. They're like, well, I'm going to be a millionaire, but how do I do it? What's step one? Oh, if I'm a millionaire, I need to save this amount of money. I need to potentially change my job, or I need to get another job, or I need to do this. And that's the how. Who cares about the how? Take the how, throw it in the garbage. If you focus on the what, everything will take care of itself. This is a major lesson that's helped me so much in life, is I threw the how in the garbage. And I remember way back in the day when I wanted to leave my corporate job, I wanted to travel the world, I wanted to be my own boss, and I wanted to change lives. And everyone asked me one question: how? How are you going to do that? And I said, who cares? And they're like, what? Good luck. It's been 8 years. I've been traveling all over the world. I've been my own boss. I've changed a lot of lives. I focused on the what, not the how. Everyone gets caught up on the how because it sounds like a giant mountain. Wow, how are you going to travel the world for 8 years? And how are you going to pay for that? And then how are you going to start a business? And what business are you going to start? And then how are you going to do this? And how are you going to change lives? Me, I was like, who cares? I'm going to focus on the end of what I want to do, the what, not the how. So take that to heart. That could potentially be the biggest advice I've ever given you. And it will be the world of difference. Don't get caught up in the how. The how is stressful. The how is overwhelming. How am I going to do all this? Who cares? I want you to do two things when you manifest. I want you to see it, and I want you to feel it. Those things may sound very strange to you, but you have to see the path that you're trying to create. You have to see several steps down the line to get to that end goal. Then you need to feel it. If you see it and you feel it, the floodgates are going to open for you. Trust me. You will feel the floodgates open. You'll literally feel it. So maybe this sounds like foo-foo, fugazi to you, but trust me, for those of you who this really connects with you, which I would assume is most of you, this is life-changing, what I just told you. So please take it to heart. Let me know in the comments down below if you connected with it. I will see you right back here on Wednesday. Peace and love to our fellow underdogs, from one underdog to another.